In this video, I'll be guiding you guys on how to use ChatGPT to learn Spanish. So, to get started, let me explain this. Language is all about translation, vocabulary, and grammar, right? You need to get the sentences right, the pronouns, the vowels, and the words right, basically. You need to know the meanings from your own language to the language you're trying to learn, right? So, the first thing you need to start is having some words memorized. Okay, you need to know the meanings of the most basic words and related to any topic, may it be food, may it be travel, may it be regarding some kind of mathematical topic, studies. It really doesn't matter, but you need to get some vocabulary of the language you're trying to learn. So ask ChatGPT for Spanish translations of words or phrases you want to learn. You can start with common words and then build up your vocabulary. For example, how do I say hello, thank you, and goodbye in Spanish, right? These are the most common phrases you would use in every day-to-day life in your own language, right? When you wake up, you would say hello. When you sleep, you'll say good night. When you are leaving, you'll say goodbye, right? So you need to get these vocabulary learned, right? The most basic stuff. So obviously, ChatGPT would help you with that, right? So how do I say hello in Spanish? Okay, we can go ahead and have a ask at that, and ChatGPT will reply. So to say hello in Spanish, you can say hola. It's simple and a common greeting, right? Okay, let's have a look at something more hard. So how would you say eating in Spanish? Oops, I had a little mistake there, but ChatGPT won't mind. It will be able to interpret my meaning behind what I asked. Okay, so you pronounce or you say eating in Spanish as comiendo. Well, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. So there we go. We can ask ChatGPT how do we pronounce that, right? And ChatGPT will use your own language. For example, in this case, I'm conveying with it in English, right? So it will use English to help me pronounce the word in Spanish. So the CO in the word of in the Spanish word would sound like co in a cocoa in English, cocoa, right? So and MIEN in the Spanish word part would sound like MYEN with a soft Y sound in English. So amien, something like that. So and do is pronounced like dough, similar to a dough in dough. So a comiendo, right? That does sound better. Initially, I thought this would be something like comiendo, but it's comiendo, right? Like it said with the do as in dough, right? So ChatGPT can be very helpful in this way as well. And then you can start when you have learned a couple of words, or let's say at the very least the most basic stuff. You can start going towards grammar while keeping up with your vocabulary learning as well, because you need to make sure you're progressing in both ways. But now you can also start with grammar because you do have a basic layout of some of the vocabulary words. And you can ask ChatGPT about Spanish grammar rules like verb conjugations, sentence structures, or tenses. Explain how do I conjugate the verb to eat in the present tense or maybe in the past tense, anything like that. Then you can ask for translation practice. You can ask ChatGPT to give me some words to translate. Okay, you can do it both ways. You can ask ChatGPT to give me a Spanish word that I would translate in English, or you can ask ChatGPT to give me an English word that I would translate in Spanish. Right? Otherwise works, but in the end, both of the ways would help you out. Then after you're obviously done with both grammar and vocabulary, you can start having conversational practices with ChatGPT by stimulating real life situations, as in perhaps you being a waiter and ChatGPT being the customer, and playing the situation as it is and conveying with each other in the language, right? You can also learn about Spanish speaking countries and cultures, which can also help you understand the language better. All right, so with this, if you have a go at it with a couple hours a day, or maybe even a couple hours a week, right? And if you keep using ChatGPT continuously and not forgetting a day, you will soon be able to learn Spanish using ChatGPT. So I hope this video helped you guys out, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Peace out.